Hello everyone, Zeldarinth here, and holy crap, did Cygames actually change everything with this July 1st update. There is way more than they let on with their prior announcement. My Discord's blowing up, I'm assuming Reddit's blowing up, a lot of things are blowing up. It is basically a brand new game for a lot of people at this point. Now, I don't have time to go really into depth on everything, but I will be going live as soon as I can after I take care of a couple things. But I thought I'd make a quick video just to kind of let everybody know on the biggest things that are coming with this patch. Because it is quite massive. And so we're just going to get right into it really quick here at the new features because I don't have much time to cover all of them. Right off the bat, right at the top, new features. They put the thing everybody's been begging for right at the tippity top. Rerolls are here. Now, it is not, from my understanding, the JP version of Rerolls. We got the initial version as we expected to come with Grand Live. A single reroll at the end of the run, which is quite massive alone. Now, we originally were thinking you're still going to probably want to build most of your aces in Trackblazer because Grand Live, while it is possible with Affinity updates, still not the best. That you can completely throw out the window, and that is because these other big updates. We are getting the URA finals as well as the Unity Cup buffs to their scenarios. Now, I'm not going to go into depth on all the changes with these that they have listed here, but it is significant enough that you may actually want to build your ace for this upcoming sprint in the URA. Now, I haven't been able to really get into it to test it and figure out if that's really the case, but just a quick reasoning why is with it has come the buff to the stat caps. We do have the stat cap increases that came with URA and Unity Cup. And in the URA, speed is 1400, power is 1400, wit is 1400. Stamina and guts are 1400. They're all 1400. And being a sprint, you should be able to easily obtain that 1400 speed, that 1400 power, and even that 1400 wisdom with a really good high roll run. Power might be the harder one to get, but as long as you can get 1400 speed, 1400 wit, and like the 1200 power, you're going to be solid. And so it is completely possible to also come back to the URA and run your parent runs over Trackblazer. We already knew that it was almost certainly going to be the Affinity update. With the Affinity update, URA is going to be better than Trackblazer for parent runs, not only because it's faster, but their spark is even better. Originally in Grand Live, URA didn't get its buff too much later, meaning you still wanted to run your runs in Trackblazer for the stamina and guts scenario spark, because stamina's so hard to get. Well, guess what? URA has a stamina spark as well, but bonus, instead of guts, it has speed with stamina. You probably already remember this back from when we used to play in the URA. With the 1600 speed cap in Grand Live, the speed and stamina spark of the URA will be really, really nice. And because of this buff, it is very possible to get SS Umas in the URA, which then means you can get the better white sparks alongside it. So Trackblazer for many may actually be dead as of today, because you probably won't want to do your parent runs in Trackblazer, and you may actually be doing your ace runs in URA. Still have to think of really on this and kind of theory craft this, but very well you may be coming back to URA. Now, Grand Live will be better than the URA for your aces, getting into that, because it has the 1600 speed cap increase. But URA is quite a nice thing and will probably be your parent runs for the foreseeable future for now, just because of how much better the spark is. There's a lot of mechanics in here. I'll be making a dedicated video on all the changes. Just know there's a new mechanic dealing with dueling Happy Meek, and what that comes with is these new skills here, these Essence of Racing ones. If you remember from Unity Cup how I'm trying to talk everybody's trying to get ignited wit into their parents so you can get it from other scenarios. The big one here, just to kind of take note of, is Essence of Racing Stamina, which is a late race speed increase. Very, very nice. Now, all the others have some uses as well, but the biggest one being Essence of Stamina. Another reason to come back here and start doing your parents' runs here. Get this built into parent runs with Ignited Wit, especially for your front runners. But the Happy Meek duels basically are how you get these skills. And it's not like Unity Cup where you can only get one at the very end. I believe you can accumulate most of them through a run through these duels you have with Happy Meek. So I will be doing that. We'll be making guides on how to actually play the new URA scenario, because of you're going to be doing that a lot more. So a lot of changes there. Same thing with Unity Cup. If you've probably seen, I know like Victoria Frontier showed it earlier on JP. I didn't have the time to do it because I didn't have the JP access at the time. But they also got a buff. They have the new extreme spirit bursts. Going to be much easier to get higher stats, SS included. So if you don't have ignited wit in your parent lines, now's going to be a great time to maybe come back to Unity Cup and try and get ignited wit. One of the biggest reasons being, just like URA, it is buffed stats as well, and very easy to get SS. Now, the deck you'll run to get a very easy SS in this one, even higher than that potentially, because their stat increases are a little bit different than URA's. If I can find them here. It's only 1,300 speed, so I would still say URA is going to be where you build the ace if you want to for sprint. But this one is 13 on everything, but 1,800 on wit. So you bring a very wit-heavy deck, try and max your wit. This stat alone, alongside with speed, because you're going to get a ton of speed hitting wit, and your other stats should be able to get you an easy SS, and then you can get ignited wit built into your parent lines that way. So quite massive there. These extreme spirit bursts are basically a second time that you can do a spirit burst on top of your set. So you get the first burst off of one of your teammates, and then you can do it again with that big purple burst if you've seen anyone that's played it on the JP side. To me, realistically, I don't see coming back to this outside of maybe potentially wanting to build team trial Umas because of the high wit. But realistically, it's to me, just if you want to get ignited wit built into your parent lines, you can come back here and just grind it out. But even if you want to grind out the other ones as well, you have the possibility, because SS is now way more easy to get, which is ultimately what you really want to make sure you can do for your parent runs. So, oh yeah, and there's a buff to Team Zenith as well at the end that you can get that can give you even more stuff. But I mean, you can lose to them just as easily, but there's buffs to that. We'll be going into depth on these, though. I have a lot of follow-up videos that I want to do. This is just my short announcement to all these changes. So we have all those. Okay, so that's that. We have the URA Unity Cup buffs. That's all of that. That breaks down it. You can read in this. I'll have a link to this in the description. You can read everything if you want to kind of get knowledge on it right now. Hopefully they'll have videos on both of them later today/tomorrow to kind of break them down a little bit more in depth. Updates to career. It is now possible to increase your trainee's attribute caps during career. Basically what I just showed. That's why URA may be where you go to. Now, if you haven't already known, when it goes above 1,200, the increases are halved. Meaning, if you were normally going to get like a 100 speed increase, it's now only going to show 50. So you'll only see it go up by 50. But the cap, so it basically is going to take twice as long to get the same amount of stats. So this is one of the big things of why Grand Live will be so tough. 1,600 sounds like it might not be too hard with the 3 speed, but just know it's like the equivalent of having to raise your speed all the way to 2,000. So the same thing with going to the 1,400 in URA. When you go back there, you're going to want to try and get it. It's basically the equivalent of trying to get 1,600 speed. With the buffs, very possible with the right decks. So we have that. Skip feature has been updated to progress more quickly. So that is, from what I understand, the much quicker... it goes through the transitions through all the cutscenes very, very quick. Really wish we would have got this at the beginning of Trackblazer, but getting it now, massive. Makes the runs even faster. If you want to continue running Trackblazer, it'll definitely be faster for you now. Adjustments have been made for text displayed, for hints. Very nice, just more quality of life there. Updates to scouts. Add an option to use multiple scout tickets at once. The tickets no longer on stream when viewers are doing their polls. Are we going to have to sit there and watch them do single polls on their tickets? They can now do all 10 at once. Now, it's not buffed. You're not going to be guaranteed an SR with it. But if you've been playing for a while, who cares about getting an SR? At this point, the guarantee doesn't matter. We just want to use our tickets and make it a little bit quicker, especially for stream. It takes a long time when people are going through like 80 plus tickets, which I'm currently sitting on right now for... so it'll be kind of fun to have be able to push through those. The UI have been changed. Conditions for animations in there. Nothing too crazy. Updates to daily sales. Items will now be added to the daily shop cumulatively. Each time the conditions trigger the shop met. This makes it unnecessary to close it. Basically, we can just spam all your daily stuff and it will open. You can get all 3 of your shop open at the same time. No longer do you have to go in there, buy your clocks or whatever else, close it, force it closed, and go and do some more races. You can just get all 3 of them at once. So just spam all your daily races, and you can get all 3 of them instantly. And once triggered, the daily shop will now be available into the next day. So there's no time limit. Just spam your races and get it open and buy all your stuff for the day. It is now possible to buy, yeah, that's basically, you can buy everything with checkboxes. More quality of life to make it quicker to get through your dailies. Updates the existing features. Expanded the friends feature to allow 10 additional followers. Expanded the veterans. Man, I've been really needing this. Although I'll fill it up really quickly and still have too many. Updated the veterans. When viewing Umamusume details, now it's possible to flick or drag or scroll between the current list. Expanded filter option for veteran Umamusume to allow filtering by common sparks. No longer are you going to struggle. Well, I will say you still will struggle a little bit. But you can now look for those common sparks amongst them to make it a little bit easier. And what they're referring to is like your scenario sparks, race spark, and skill sparks. No longer am I going to have to dig, where are my ignited wit Umas that have groundwork and all that? Much, much easier to find your Umas for parent runs. There's been times where I didn't even realize I had an Uma, or I forgot about them because I just didn't see them when I was digging through them looking for specific ones. So that's massive. There was online tools that could do this, but now you can do it in-game. Expanded the filter option for veteran Umamusume to allow filtering by the unique sparks. Specific support effects. Updated the race results screen with new option to take photos. Team trials with new race history feature. Updated the theater. A lot of this is kind of just nicety things. Nothing crazy on some of these. Updated the concert theater. Updated the paid character details to display more detailed breakdown of the purchased. So you can you can advertise how big of a whale you are with your breakdown. Expanded the item request feature in clubs to allow requesting for winter sashes. Hell yeah. I'm sorry, club. I'm going to be requesting those sprint ones, the whatever the one. I need those, man. I don't have enough if I need to upgrade another Uma, which I think, what's her name needs it. Seeking the Pearl. So I will definitely be requesting those since I don't run them enough. I mean, well, with the sprint one coming up, a lot of people are going to be stockpiling them. But man, I really need them because I am so low on them. Updated the race event screen to display only events that are currently ongoing, upcoming, or they're in reward collection period. That's just some more quality of life there, more visuals. Events that are not currently available will not appear. And then adjusted the unlock conditions for skill activation, voices, and trainer notes as follows. Before, after they activated it, after, hear the voice line, the skill, and release them to 3-star. New items, added a new gallery key item. Gallery keys will be available to obtain from 10 p.m. July 2nd. Some are planned to be distributed as gifts, and they will also be added to the friend point exchange lineup. And then important information. It may take some time for the update to appear in store. In addition, the update may fail in some cases. I mean, mine's already updated and installed, I believe, at this point. Yeah, it's ready to go. So I haven't had any issues. You should hopefully not have any issues getting in. Like, I can just click. Yeah, it looks to be working. No issues there. But this is significant. Update is crazy. This is just my initial early video. Like I said, I will be streaming ASAP. I do have a couple things I have to take care of before it, but as soon as I'm done, I will be online and we will be streaming and testing everything with this update. But that's going to be it for now, and if you like my content, if you could like, comment, subscribe, it really helps, and thanks for watching.